G'day legends, Cashy here from the Mock Sports, and welcome back to the third edition of Punt to the Future. This is the weekly segment both on our website www.themocksports.com.au and here on the YouTube channel, going through my futures bets for this autumn carnival. We look to get an edge on the market and try and find some overs before placing those bets, and hopefully they come in before race day. The last couple of weeks we've made a few bets each week, with the first one coming up this weekend. We locked in Nature Strip in the Black Caviar Lightning Stakes at $2.50. It's down into $1.80, and I think it'll come in a lot shorter come Saturday, so I'm really glad we got an edge there, punters. But enough chit chat, let's get into today's tips.
Crone's getting a split. Mizzy in front of the 100. Crone goes up the inside and Crone takes the lead in the Kilmore. Crone draws clean out from Mizzy. It's a Queensland victory. Crone beat Mizzy.
Alright guys, much like the Nature Strip bet, you're probably wondering how do we get an edge on the market when the horse is paying in the $2 range. Those $2.20s, those $2.50s, $2.80s. That's because when a horse is that price currently, but yet is still predicted to come in a lot further, I still count that as a massive edge. Like we said, there's a 70-cent edge with Nature Strip going into this weekend. He was at $2.50, we got him. He's into $1.80 now. It could end up at $1.70, $1.60, and the edge just gets bigger. I'm using that same attitude towards Animo. I'm having two bets on Animo in the futures markets, and that is in the Chipping Norton Stakes and the Randwick Stakes. And here's at $2.20 for the Chipping Norton Stakes and at $2.50 for the Randwick Stakes. And I reckon you just get on these prices now, punters. Run to your closest bookie that has them at those prices. If you find anything better out there, I've placed them on Sportsbet because of the money back special in case Animo doesn't run. But if you find a bookie that has him over those odds, get him. Reason I say this, Animo will never start under $2 again, in my opinion, apart from maybe the Queen Elizabeth Stakes at the end of the championships there. I think he will always be starting in the red for the rest of his career, especially in these two races. Last weekend, justified his $1.70 price tag and got up easily. Plenty of petrol in the tank. Really, really impressive. He is just a super animal Animo. People are calling him Animoral for a reason. He lobs up, gets in that 1-to-1 position behind the speed, waits for the 400 metre mark, pops out, runs past them. Did it with ease in the Apollo Stakes. I think he's going to do it with ease in the Chipping Norton Stakes. And if we get him at $2.20 now, great price, because I think on race day he'll be back into that $1.70 mark, because the field he's facing is going to pretty much be almost carbon copy of what he faced last weekend as well. So definitely snag that in. And once he wins the Chipping Norton Stakes, that $2.50 for the Randwick Stakes will not be hanging around. That's a 2,000 metre race. Later on, I believe it goes on Golden Slipper Day, or maybe the week before, maybe even the week after, but it's around Golden Slipper time. I believe it's at Rose Hill, 2,000 metre mark. I think he'll be primed for that. That's his last stop before he goes to the Queen Elizabeth Stakes in the championships. And as soon as he wins that Chipping Norton Stakes, that $2.50 will be slashed into $2.20, $2, maybe even $1.90, maybe even $1.80, depending on how good the win is. There's going to be a stack of money coming for this horse every single time he starts at the races now. And I mean, it's hard to really put into words how good Animo is. You know how good he is. You know he's probably going to be the winner come race day. So lock those prices in now. Don't wait for race day. Lock those prices in. $2.20 in the Chipping Norton Stakes, $2.50 in the Randwick Stakes. Get on now. So those are my first two bets for the week. Now for the final bet of the week. Nice and quick this week. We're going through the bets nice and quick. Fangirl, Coolmore Classic, $13 to win, $4 to place each way on Sportsbet. Gee, hasn't this girl returned enormously? She's progressed really well off her last couple preps. In her parade, she looked really, really strong. I think she's matured excellently, and she rattled home the second quickest last 600 of the day and the fastest last 600 of the race.
Animo goes to the outside, 2 lengths away to Moonga and Ice Bath. Hinge leads down to the 250. Animo's honing in quickly. It's Hinge being tackled by Animo, and it's time for the Crow. Away goes Animo now from Hinge. They're followed then by Moonga. Fangirl rattling home, but Animo launches his autumn assault in great...
Went home faster than Animo. 33 seconds. That's pretty darn quick. and she was able to do it by going down the rail, which was pretty much quicksand on the day if you watch any of the races at Randwick. So super impressive. She goes to the Cornwall Classic, gets away from Animo. That's been her big problem lately. She's always racing against the likes of Animo, Alligator Blood, I'm Thunderstruck, but she doesn't have to go against them here. She's going to get back to racing against her own sex. It's only going to be the female. She doesn't have to deal with any of the star male horses. $13, geez, I'm licking my lips at that price. The way she is able to run on her day is top class. I'd like to see Karen McAvoy on the back of her be a bit more proactive next start. Last weekend against Animo, she was caught very deep, all the way at the back, had to go down the rail, which I said was quicksand. But if she's able to be pushing more forward, getting that 1-for-1 spot just behind the speed and then run over the top of them, I think it'll be easy. 1500 is a great distance for her. I think she's really primed for this one. We just need a dry deck. She can't go in the wet, but she can definitely go in the dry. If we get a dry deck come Cornwall Classic Day, I think game over. Fangirl just wins it. So get on now, $13 to win, $4 to place. I think it's a perfect each way bet at those odds. Get on. Alright punters, that was Punt to the Future for this week. Nice and quick, like I said. 3 bets to add to our 6 already. We've had 9 in total. The first one comes up this weekend with Nature Strip. Good luck on the weekend, gamble responsibly, and join us next week for some more futures bets. Like, share, subscribe this channel. Make sure to go to www.themocksports.com.au to fully read all of our bets and some sports content. You like sports, you like punting, themocksports.com.au is the place for you. Check it out, legends, and make sure to catch the Quaddy Potty. We are back, me and Nick, every week going through the Sydney card. The next episode will be up sometime this Thursday, so don't miss it. Cheers, punters. We'll see you next week.